All right, let's get everybody set up here. Going to go ahead and do a fresh install, and we're going to pull up RefPro. I'm going to install this from disk, like a legacy add-on, and there we go. Okay, so it's going to say RefPro AI 114. That's going to be the version that you download. Now over here, you'll see some stuff we got to fill in for the API. It says fields required in preferences, so we don't have anything here. What we want to do is go in, select something. This is where your folder is going to be for your AI images, and nothing's going to show up yet until you get your API key. So let's click Get My API Key. It's going to take you to a website where you're going to have to sign up and use an email address. So you can do this absolutely free. You do not have to pay anything for it, and you'll get 100 images per day. And if you overload it, you do like the 100, in a few minutes. Obviously, you're not going to have any more images for that day, but you can subscribe and pay something. This is the creator, and he has 129 subs. His API for Google is excellent, and it's very easy to sign up. I myself am not in any way tied in or affiliated with this person, nor is SKD. We're just collabing to make the add-on and give you access to this particular Google API. Now that was my screen because I'm already signed in, but I'm gonna use a different email address, and I'm gonna go ahead and sign up. This is the screen you'll see with either sign in or sign up. And now you can do this with Google, or you can enter in an email address. So I'm just going to enter in. Okay, so you need to put a username. I didn't do this, I did it with the Google thing. So we'll just say Mr. Steve 3D, and we'll just call this 123. That way it's fine. And then now I've got my email address in here. What I want to do is just go ahead and type in a passcode of some sort. And it'll tell you, hey, you got a good strong password if you did. And now we can go ahead and sign up. Now what's going to happen is you're going to get an API key once you fill all this out. Now I went to my email and entered in my code. You'll see a little code block on the previous screen. And so you can say all these different things. You can say, hey, my name's Steven. How many years of coding experience do you have? 1 to 2, whatever, however much you have, or none, doesn't matter. You don't have to have any experience to use this. And how are you going to be using this? I'm just going to say personal projects. I don't want to collaborate with anybody. And what is my goal today? I'm just going to use a specific API. And yeah, that looks good. I could click out there, it doesn't matter. And I'll click submit. And now what's going to happen is you're going to come to the screen over here, and you're going to be back in. Now you need to get your API. And I find it easier that once you log in here, if you don't see your API, all you would really have to do is come back over and just click Get My API. You should still be logged in. And then it'll say go to Playground. And over here, I'm going to have my API key, and I can't copy paste it here, but I can come over here and copy paste it without any of this other stuff. So I'll copy paste that. And I want to come back over to Blender and Control V. I did a Control C to get that, and hit enter. And now that I've hit enter, this is going to pop up and say it's ready to go. So let's get our reference space ready. And we just go ahead and click that, click reference, and it's going to have some of the stuff I was working on previously. And let's see if I can delete. Those are really nice photos. I don't really want to delete those. Let's go ahead and type something in. And we'll just say create images with a spaceship flying into the ocean. And I'll go ahead and click button here for create images. I'll make sure I don't have any funny characters in there. Nope, nothing's in there. So I'll go ahead and click this. It's going to generate. And I've already got some different images in here. I did all 5 of these at one time. And it may vary depending on your internet speed. I have no idea how fast your computer is going to be working with this, but it'll generate. And if you've kind of met your limit or something, maybe it doesn't do them. I've had pretty good luck with doing like 3 to 5 at a time. And so, you know, don't batch these, and try to get an AI through Stable Diffusion to do like 50 images at once. I don't think it's going to be good results because I tried a bunch already. It didn't work. But you can definitely do small batches and get good ideas. So now we've got this list, and I'm just loading the same list here and hitting accept that I have over here. It's the same exact list. And I'll go ahead and click build list, and then I'll click draw. Now I've got all these pictures in 2D, which we can do a ton of different things over here. You can open all these images up. You can add text. You can do this horizontally. You can change the size of the text. You change the padding. We can go ahead just real quick. I've already got tutorials covering this, but I want to kind of make this more inclusive. So we can do a grid and then add some padding to it up at the top. And let's fix this. This is a little bit annoying. Collapse all of these. I don't need any specific one of these open, but you can come in and change the image. You can definitely move the image around, do whatever you want with it. You can flip the image, which is crazy cool. So when you're doing a reference image, maybe you wanted to see it that way. It just makes more sense for your model and your setup. Very versatile. You can come over here. You can flip through all of these in the icon gallery, which is set up. Now, my buddy SKD, he did this side. I did this side of it. So we really collabed on this and did a lot of work. He did the prompt and came up with this, and I cheers to him. He's a heck of a programmer. And so now we can go ahead and load that image in. You can change the opacity. You know, with the settings here, you can flip this image kind of depending on how your scene is set up. I put in a little flip system here that just, I think, makes a lot of sense to be able to do that. You can have this in front or in back. So if you have something you're trying to like model, and apparently I got that off screen, let's bring that back. If you wanted to model something like that, I can't see that. So what we want to do is get our image, and it named the image, that big long name. So you could change that if you want. We can do this in front and then take up this front view again. And now we can kind of see that if we were going to Boolean cut this out maybe and do some sub-D workflow on it or whatever, some kind of weird thing, you could do that. But honestly, like just to be able to have an image reference here, and you don't even have to have it there, you can just come over here and you can drop these down, and it looks like image with the ocean. So we can pull this one in and have a go and have a reference space with all these images. And I think that's actually tremendous. That's really good. So Stable Diffusion has come a step further, and I wasn't going to use it before because it just was really, it was kind of floppy. It wasn't very good. It wasn't very stable, pun intended. So yeah, there you go. And when you're done, if you don't want to do it that way, you can just do the reference space here. And when I mentioned that this add-on was going to be updated regularly, I really meant that. SKD and I were very, very active. We have even more plans for this add-on as it grows, and I believe we'll be the very first reference add-on on Blender Market that has Stable Diffusion built in, and especially with the custom reference space like this. There really isn't anything else on Blender Market like this right now. So if you want to do this horizontally, depending on your workflow, do this vertically or do grid, you are able to do that. You're also able to come in, and of course you could change this padding, stop that draw, and then redraw it, and it's got a little more padding. You can also delete images out of here, or you can add singles. So if I want to come in here and just remove this one, I can, and it's going to update automatically. If I want to just add one single image, like I'll go to downloads, and let's see, I'll pull this one up for bevel joints, and I'll throw that in its place. And so now I've got this image, and it will also update over here. And this is an icon gallery, so you can come in and get a good look at everything and use the 3D workspace, or you can use the 2D workspace. But both of them are super powerful and extremely useful. Now, SKD and I are going to be doing a contest in Blender, and we'll reveal what that is pretty soon. But drop in the comments if you want to be part of that, and then we'll see how many people get in there, and you'll all join in the Discord, and we will give away free add-ons. So if you didn't stick around to the end, obviously you missed out. If you did, good for you, because you will get free add-ons, and we've got some ringers. We've got some very good add-ons. So go ahead and drop in the comments if you'd like to be part of that contest, and then I will reveal more about the details of that contest very soon. Thank you for watching, guys. Catch you all in the next one.